Welcome back, YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the strategies that I'm going to be taking going forward and kind of adjusting what I've been doing, because I mentioned before that I've been buying kind of like around like pivot points and stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of broaden that up just to kind of get my coin count up in a few different assets. And I'm also going to cover some of the aspects that we are looking at as far as for charting, and we're going to get back to that. So for starters, you guys know I am a huge advocate, obviously, for Doge. A lot of you follow me for that reason. Also hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, stuff like that. Those are going to be some of my favorite assets. And I'm going to be focusing, at least for the next few months, as long as whenever we have these increments where Bitcoin's below 30K, Dogecoin primarily below 7 cents, I'm going to pretty much just increase the amount that I'm going to be contributing there, just because I believe that these ranges are going to be, or really are optimal. As I've mentioned before, obviously 5 cent, 5 cents certainly for Doge is astronomical as far as for the potential there. Bitcoin, that 15 range is ideal, obviously, before we have the major confirmations in the macros and stuff like that, as far as for a opportunity of a U-turn. If we can get something lower to around like that 10, 11 range, that'll be huge as well. But really, these ranges, even for these coins as we sit right now, these are set to give huge returns, and it's really just exciting here. And as we have a lot of things kind of unfold, and we're seeing different sectors kind of rally, and we're seeing some strength in the market to kind of say, hey, we know we may have bottomed, then I'm going to pretty much just say, okay, well, even if this isn't the best range as far as to get in, this is for where we're going, this is going to make sense. So that's going to be one of the reasons why I'm going to be diving into a little bit of these assets and stuff at a more aggressive rate. And this is something I talked about in my group as well. And I wanted to kind of bring this to your attention because it's really important. The next bull run, unless we start printing money again, is going to be a little different from what we've seen before. For those of you who've just got in the market around 2020 or recently, if you look at the previous charting of like the last decade, it's been pretty much just a straight incline, and it's been very rapid, strong growth, some of the best we've seen ever. And a lot of that, you know, we can't forget, a lot of that can be contributed to money printing, QE. And until we start QE again, which we will, but until we do again, it's going to be the run, or the bull run, or the bull market is going to be a little different from what we've seen in the past. Just as far as for the level of aggression and the speed of things. So just kind of don't lose patience or be discouraged when it comes to that. Just to kind of, if you're comparing, history, doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes and stuff like that, which is true. But you just have to understand that the circumstances are a little different. So don't be discouraged if it's taking a little longer, or if it's appearing sluggish or stagnant or something like that. Don't be discouraged saying that, okay, well, something's wrong, or the market's about to crash. This isn't taking off like it did last time, all that kind of good stuff. It's going to be a little different. There's less money going into the market or being injected into the market by the government. And of course, that trickle down effect as far as going into businesses and stuff like that, and them being able to run into the markets. And same thing with hedge funds and these major corporations that were trying to jump in and piggyback off of the retail sector that was running into the markets as well. So I'm not saying that we can't mirror those. I do believe that the overall trend will continue as far as for setting higher highs on each cycle, but just kind of keep in mind that it may be a little sluggish as far as we're getting there, or maybe some periods where it looks like it's ran out of gas, but that's not necessarily the case, because it's not having that continuous push of the funny money going into the markets. So and segueing into charting and stuff, we will be getting back, for those who follow the channel, we'll be getting back into charting within like the next week or so, and getting a few things set up here in my recording area. So we're gonna get some back into the charting and going over like some of the numbers and stuff, and getting some projections or different trends to kind of see where we're going to line up going forward. So for those of you that have missed that and who don't want to just look at me talking all the time, we'll be back to that, and we'll just kind of do a combination of these while I feed you some of the things as far as what's going on in the market, and also give you like my perspective. And maybe I'll continue to do some of these videos, just kind of just weigh in with my perspective as well. So with that, I'm going to be taking some higher allocations, like I said in the beginning of the video, into Doge and Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin more than likely is going to hit 6 figures this next run, which is phenomenal. I believe that we're probably going to crack that 5 trillion mark in totality, not Bitcoin, but in the crypto market in totality. Most of that will obviously be made up in Bitcoin, but kind of like something I made a video in 2020, I posted in the community section when I was talking about the consolidation of crypto and how we peaked at, I want to say 25,000 different cryptos and stuff like that. That cash, as far as the people who are interested in crypto, who believe in the power as far as making money or trading in crypto and stuff like that, that's not necessarily going to disappear, but a lot of those coins that were pulling that excess cash out of some of the more dominant ones, they are going to disappear. So that cash is going to come back into the market, but it's going to be into more, I want to say stable, because I know cryptos have some wild swings, but more known cryptos, more cryptos who've been around a lot longer and not necessarily completely chase the flash in the pan cryptos. And that's still going to be a part of this market. Don't think that it's going to go away. That's never going to go to zero. That fast money has been an attraction for investors and humankind for a long time. It's not going to change that now, but for those of you in the market, just kind of be a little bit more smarter, so that you'll know kind of what to look for and understand, okay, this is something that's been around, 10 plus years versus this new thing that's coming up, and just kind of understand it for what it is. So with that being said, kind of keep that in mind going forward, but I'm going to be allocating a lot into BTC and for Doge. I believe these are going to have some incredible multipliers. I still hold Ethereum and Cardano, but those are going to be like my primary focus here. And if that changes or if I slow down, obviously I'll let you know, but that's just something I'm going to be getting a lot more into. So with that, let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section. I'll get to as many of you as possible, and I'll be releasing a new recording schedule and stuff next week, so that we can kind of know when to kind of expect each other, and so that we can kind of converse and get the most out of our experience together here on YouTube. So with that being said, I appreciate all of you. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not. I will see you guys probably tomorrow, but this video is going to come out tomorrow, so I'll see you guys probably later this week, and certainly next week as well, as we kind of get to more of a normal routine. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.